Hey guys, welcome back to Long Dark. Last episode I finally made it to the car, and I actually searched the trunk, and guess what I found? Painkillers. So we're gonna just take one. Hopefully this solves our sprained ankle problem. Okay, we're gonna need two, I think, to fix our sprained ankle. Pop two of those. And we're fine. Sweet. And with only 6 hours of daylight left, well, it's getting cold anyways, I think we should start setting up camp. And considering that we're on a pretty long road ahead, I think we're gonna set up camp right here for the night. And so apparently this car saved our ass with I think 4 painkillers. So sure helped us out a lot. So in return, we're gonna keep it company for the night by collecting some wood. Let's forge a certain amount of wood here. And then we're gonna start setting up camp and feed ourselves. It is getting cold. Okay, start a fire. Everything looks in order. And it looks like we're gonna have a really windy night. So we may have to either find a way to sleep inside the car, or we're gonna have to pull out our bedroll. I wish we can actually sleep inside the car. Like it was like a function for the seat. Like you can actually sleep inside the car. Let's put our bedroll out. Nope, wrong button. I wish I could rotate this. Like if I could rotate it, that'd be amazing. Let's open up the peaches while we're still here. And then we're gonna toss on more firewood, because I think it's gonna die out pretty soon here. There we go. Let's cook the pork and beans. And since it's coming up close to the night, I think we're gonna eat the pork and beans before they get cold, so we can get some warmth out of it. I'm not too sure how cold it'll be. Go back. Pork and beans. Let's eat some of that. Sweet. Do we have to? Yep. We gotta still drink, so drink some soda. There we go. Can we eat something around 300 calories? Is it something doable? 350. Nah, I'm not gonna risk it. Okay, let's go to bed. And hopefully in the morning we can carry on. But I'm glad we're finally out of the sprained ankle situation. I think that was like one of the few times we actually got an injury. And I think it's our first time this playthrough that we received an injury. So I just find that kind of amazing. Let's cuddle up by the fire for a moment here. Let's eat the canned soup. I think the canned soup would provide us with some food here. Fire's gonna die out anyway, so we might as well chuck in the rest of the firewood. And we'll continue off with our last topic, considering that I'm still kind of want to vent. Like every time I want to say something, I just want to vent it. Don't want to say it, just vent it. There we go. Nice and fed. And we'll have another soda. There we go. There we go. Nice and warm for the day. And let's continue on. I think it's kind of dark, but you can still see the sky a little bit. But continuing on our journey along this road. So yeah, about the internet, like those guys that are like 15 years old, you guys got it easy. Like I'm 25 and I'm pretty much with the analog generation. Like I remember like radios. I remember having a 56K modem, and that was like the start of the digital age where you can talk to people across the world, you can buy stuff online using a credit card, not with PayPal because PayPal didn't exist back then. I remember MySpace. Like I remember MySpace. That was alright. I have to admit, when I got my MySpace page, I was okay with it. I was actually okay with it. Considering the fact that you can like decorate your background, you can have custom CSS formats for your page. But like there were like some really fucked up pages, like really fucked up pages. Like for me, I just liked it black, like black, and I think it was like white or something like that. And I was okay with that. I was okay. And I think we're coming up to an end here, unless there's a tunnel that I can't see. Let's light this, just to be sure we're... Okay, so it's pretty much end of the line here. I think we have to climb this. I think the game's trying to tell us something. It's giving us a sign. Or we have to climb this and over. Alright, we're gonna try and climb this. Yeah, I remember MySpace. It was alright. And then people got me onto Facebook. And that was like, I think early 05. And that was kinda alright. Like, back then I was like, this kinda sucks. I can't customize anything, and I have to like talk about myself. All that stuff. Like, I don't know what's gonna come next, but like, I don't know. It's gonna be something stupid, like way stupider than Facebook and MySpace. Like I remember back then, like instead of having like this one social media, you have like certain random social medias. Like I remember one where like all the Asian kids are on. I forgot what it was called though. Like there were like a lot of Asian kids on there, and they're like, yeah, let's hook up on this website. I forgot the name of the website, but they're like, yeah, let's connect on that website and talk about stuff. And I'm like, I'm already on MySpace, why can't we use that? And they're like, this is full of Asian people on there, just like you and me. I'm like, okay. Okay, as in like, yeah, I get what you see. Like, I see what you mean, but like, why do I need this? Question mark? I'm already on MySpace, there's already Asians on here, and other people. I wonder what happened to MySpace. Last I heard they turned into like this music site. Like this kind of like place where you connect to people about music and stuff like that. Okay, so it looks like the road just ends off there. It doesn't go anywhere, so we're gonna walk back to the car. And maybe follow the river, since that's the next feature that kind of like follows around. Like, I just want to explore the outside, because I think the middle only consists of like the farmhouse and that's it. So within 20 days we could have possibly explored the entire area. Maybe. And I still don't know the combination to the Carter Dam lock. But I bet you, like, that's where the rifle's in. I bet you, like, once I find out the code and I go in there and I hack it, and then I find a rifle in there, I'm gonna be pissed. I'm gonna be really pissed. Because we spent all this time just, like, wandering the woods. And that's where we had to go for a rifle. I'd be pissed. I'd be utterly pissed. But yeah. That was, the internet back then. That was the story. I don't know what else to say. But, yeah. But I remember, like, the first time I got onto DSL, I was like, this is incredible, this is fast. And then the next thing I was like, yeah, let's play video games on this. Definitely a good idea. I think the first game I played online, I think it was like a Korean game. It was either Silk Road Online or some other Korean game. It was like a Korean game, RPG. I remember it had fishing involved, like you can actually fish. That was like my first MMO. It wasn't World of Warcraft. It wasn't all that stuff. It was this. Actually, no. I think first time I played online was Warcraft 3 with the Frozen Throne expansion pack. That was alright. Like, I didn't play Dota back then, because back then Dota was actually a map and a mod. But I think I played something, I forgot what it's called. It was kind of like a survival campaign map where you're kind of like this army guy and you're co-opted with a bunch of other people, and it had this interesting script in it where you have to like write down the code for your characters to save, and then when you want to ever play the map again, you can use that code to load your character. And I thought that was kind of cool that you can do that, like load and unload your character using the specific code. Yeah, I think that was like the first game I've ever played online, which was Warcraft 3. And then after that, my first MMO was that Korean MMO. And then from there, like, I kind of like went off to play other games. I think my first online FPS was either like, I'm not too sure, but I think it was either Combat Arms or America's Army. I do remember both of them, but I'm not too sure which one came first. I think it was America's Army. And it was like the recruiting tool back then for the US Army, but didn't recruit me into anything. Like for me, like I liked it because it was realistic. Like one hit could kill you, but at the same time, like you're trying to hit other people within one hit. And it was like all about like dodging and running and trying to be tactical about it. And then they got like a couple co-op maps on it, and I started playing that. And then after that, like I fell off the face of the earth pretty much. I stopped playing America's Army. I think I went on to like playing other games because I think like during that time they weren't producing any other content, and they just had like user created items and stuff like that where you have to download maps to play, and they're usually just like revisions off of current maps. Some of them weren't that great, and some maps were just like ported. It wasn't that great back then. But I think after that I kind of fell off the map for FPS games, and I started playing other games and tried to find other free games, and I tried pirating for a little bit so that I can play like other games that I can't buy because I don't really have an allowance back then. I don't know. Well, what else? What other games I could have played? Yeah, I did. Like I think the one game that I bought that I played the most was Armed Assault, which is Arma 1. If you wanna remember like the short name of it. Like there's now Arma 2 and Arma 3. I played the original Arma, and then I got into like modding Arma. By modding I mean like downloading mods to play. And the one mod that got me really into the game was I think it was called Ace Mod or something like that, where it made the game like ultra realistic in terms of like bullet physics, damage, items and stuff like that. But like it made it like a little bit more challenging, a little bit more fun, because it made it harder. Like in the terms of like it had the Arma feeling with the America Army style like one hit KO kind of thing. But instead of just like one hit and then you die, it's like one hit and you can either die or become incapacitated depending on like the area that the bullet hit.
Looks like a new day is dawning.
One more night. And we're freezing, so let's start a fire. Let's start a fire to warm up. I'm thinking we're gonna forge some wood for a good 40 minutes. We're not gonna burn too many calories, but we're gonna definitely start a fire here. Okay, let's start a fire. Cardboard matches, yes. But yeah, I kind of liked that Arma and Ace Mod combination. Like it provided like a huge sandbox you can play in, and maps were like easily downloaded, rather than like taking forever to download. They'd take like maybe 2 to 3 minutes compared to like the America's Army kind of user-created maps that took like 10-20 minutes. It was super ridiculous. That. Is there anything we can warm up? Nope. Okay. Let's forge some more wood here. Let's get another 4. Hopefully we don't get any hits off it. Okay, so we're warming up. We're warming up. We're gonna stay by the fire a little bit though. Let's see. What other games have I played? I think just Arma. Like I think the best one so far was Arma. Like no other military sim has gotten close to what Arma had for me. Like I've tried playing other quote military simulations, but Arma was close. Like Arma 2, Arma 3. I think those get pretty close in terms of playing as realistically as you can. Like the only way that game could get any more realistic is like you somehow get mental disorders and you start living a life of a soldier where some days stuff will happen and some days like you're shooting somebody and there are days where you just do nothing at all. Like I think that's as close as it's gonna get. Actually, let's head back to the fire. I think that's as close as a military simulation as any game's gonna get. Like it makes me kind of like shake my head when I hear games that are like military simulation and you just go around shooting everything. Like that's not military simulation. That's just a straight up FPS. Like if you want like a good military simulator, it should replicate like everything about the military, like what they wear, what they do, the certain tactics and techniques that they do. Like pretty much put you in the shoes of a soldier. Pretty much just you go out, do a patrol, and nothing happens, or you get shot, or you shoot somebody, and then, or you do something and the game penalizes you for not following orders. That sort of thing. And while we're coming up here, let's have some juice. I think we can eat something. Maybe some beef jerky. 150 calories. Down the hole. Yeah, I think we're set. I think we can move on now. Hopefully it won't get any colder. But so far the river kind of stops here. I think we should move around the mountain just to see what we can see. Looks like there's a building over here. There's actually I think there's two buildings. There's one building there, but is there a building over there? Looks like there's a building over there. Cool. So I think we're gonna end the episode off going inside those buildings. Okay. That's a great way to end it off. Okay. But yeah, in terms of military simulations, nothing comes close to it as Arma. Arma's pretty close. I have not encountered another military simulation game as close to Arma. They've pretty much stand on top in terms of military sims. And I think because of them, I kind of got into like simulation games. Like that's why I got Banished. I think I played some other sim games before, but like they weren't that great. Like I think during my pirating days, I think I actually played the original Sims, maybe, like without the expansion packs, just like the first one. I think I played some other games. I'm not entirely sure which games I've played, but I've definitely played a bunch. And hopefully this building is an actual building I can get into. Looks like a little logging area. That's interesting. This might be interesting. Oops. Whoopsie doodles. I was trying to like quietly sip on some water and then my bottle tipped over and I'm all tabbed. And there we go. So nothing interesting happened except that. Oh man. So unprofessional. Yeah. So I don't think any other sim games I've played. Definitely I got Cities Skyline just so we can have like a modern sim game to play sometime soon. Hopefully maybe at the end of The Long Dark, maybe during, depending on how my recording schedule is, because right now I don't really have a good recording schedule for playing two games at once, but once I upload everything and stuff, I could have some spare time. But right now, like, ooh. Feel sorry for you, mate. Thanks for the flare, though. But yeah, I don't really have the necessary time at the moment to record more than one series at a time. So probably stick to The Long Dark for a while, and then if my schedule changes, I might start putting out like other things at the same time. So I definitely know like the best I can do right now is one series at a time, unless my internet connection somehow becomes like this magical vacuum in which it takes all my videos within like 5 minutes. Like it'll just upload everything within 5 minutes. Like there are internet connections for that, but this one's not it. It's not that kind of internet connection. I wish it was though, and I wish it was cheap. Unfortunately, that's not how ISPs work. They like to suck money and make money. They like to take your money, make more money, and then suck more money out of you. Looks to me like this is some sort of road. Could follow this road, but I kind of want to see what this building over here is all about. And maybe not find a wolf or a bear. That way we know we've seen everything in this game. I would like to see if the wolf would take on the bear or the bear taking on the wolf. I'm not too sure which one would win though. But I would like to see which one would win. Especially in this game. Because I know in actual nature, they would actually fight each other, depending on how desperate the other one is. I have to admit, this is a really calm area. There's like a wolf there. I'm not too worried about the wolf, but if this was like hard mode or normal, maybe I'd be a little bit afraid. I think I see a dead body up there. I'm not too sure. If it's a deer, I'm gonna be happy because that means we can actually repair our deerskin boots. And that I'll be super happy with. Because it took us this long just to get gut again, or guts, whatever you want to call it. I just hope it's not like a human corpse. That's one thing I'm hoping for, not a human corpse. Now, it looks like the weather in the game has lightened up a little, considering the last time we had blizzards and blizzards. By last time, I mean like 5-6 episodes ago, where it was just all blizzards. Oh, sweet, it's a deer. Thank you, it's a deer. I'm gonna skin it. I'm gonna skin it. Let's harvest the meat. Let's get the hide. And we'll get the guts as well. And guts. Cool. Alright, let's forage a little bit. Forage a good hour. Let's start a fire. We're gonna end the episode off here by this dead animal. Hopefully we start this fire. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. Almost there. Almost. And sweet. Okay. Let's cook that. And cook that. And let's add the rest of the wood on. And let's collect more firewood while we're out here. Collect more. There we go. And let's have a little bit of an early dinner here. Let's try and eat the slabs and slabs of meat that we have lying around on our persons. I'll drink the soda. And we're still thirsty, damn it. Okay. So I'm gonna definitely boil some water here. Melt. And boil. And drink, because we gotta drink it. Drink. There we go. And let's just set up. Let's cuddle up with the body there. That's kind of weird. We're gonna just cuddle up with the body. Hatchet. Let's pluck some more wood. I don't know why I said it really weird, but let's get enough wood down that way the fire doesn't die out in our sleep. Okay, we're good. We're gonna end the episode off here. I'm gonna sleep to save. See you guys next time on The Long Dark.